right, welcome to the Stonk Report. On Friday, I described a war with Jim Cramer, and then I backed down because I consider it's not a war, it's just a kerfuffle, a discussion. But today I want to tell you that Wall Street Bets is at war. And you know, if you're on Wall Street Bets, you know exactly who I'm talking about. I am talking about Citron Capital. Let me play this video to get our blood flowing, and then we'll talk about Citron Capital, okay?
Get it right!
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
Did it, yes! That is right, I did it! That's number 5! Are you kidding me? That's right! Who do you think you are? I am!
Yeah, that's right.
Get it right!
Citron Capital. I got a question for you. Who do you think you are? I am. Huh. And if there's any question that I have that Wall Street Bets should be asking themselves when they're talking about Citron research, it's the same thing. Who do you think you are? I am. That should be our rallying cry. Okay? Because Citron came, they're taking their gloves off. We need to take our gloves off too. We have our autists, we have our autism, and we need to weaponize that right away. All right, what is Citron research doing? Well, let's take a look back all the way to the middle of November. Remember this, NIO stock falls after short seller Citron targets EV maker. They had the audacity to say that NIO was going to fall back to $20. Why? So that they could short the stock. And they do this. They've done this over and over again, not just with NIO, not just with PLTR. I think they're just scalping. You know, they're taking their short profits. They know that if they say that a price is going to fall, that then they'll take their profits and run away. But what I hope is that they're just holding on to it. I don't think so. I think they're a little smarter than that. And so where do they get this information? Well, I have no doubt that what they're doing is they're going on to Wall Street Bets and they're looking at the hottest stocks, the ones that we're talking about, and they're just thinking, all right, well, so many people are talking about this. How about I say that the price is going to fall? And then they short it. And you know what? The price does fall for a little bit. And after this, NIO fell from about $57 all the way into the lower to mid 40s, but then it went back up. And that's what happens. The price falls for a little bit, and then it goes back up. And so here we are talking about Palantir, PLTR, Citron. This happened on Friday while most of us were out Black Friday shopping. And what does Citron do? Citron Research short Palantir, PLTR, with a $20 price target. So Citron Research said it's short Palantir, PLTR, with a $20 price target. They said PLTR is, quote, no longer a stock but a full casino. They see shares hitting $20 before the end of the year, with shares currently over $30. After a lackluster IPO debut, shares of PLTR have been on fire in November, rising 206% over the course of the month. So this is what they do. They do the same thing over and over again. They browse the stocks that we're talking about. They see how high they've gone, and then they short it. And we see a trend with this, not just with PLTR, which we will see, not just with NIO. What happens? The price dips, and then it rises. So you know what I did today? I bought a PLTR call. And you know what I'll do tomorrow? If for some reason that price goes down again, I'm going to buy another call. Because I believe in this company. It's not just that we're excited about some random stock and everyone's talking about it. I believe in this company. Remember, who's backing this? Peter Thiel, the same Peter Thiel of Facebook fame, the same Peter Thiel who's worth $2.2 billion. He's behind it. I'm behind Peter Thiel. I believe in this long term. Now, if you have weeklies, you might want to consider moving on to something a little bit longer. There's still time. But as far as the leaps are concerned, even 1 month, 3 month, 6 month out calls, I'm in. So get in, because this thing is still taking off. And I'm riding it all the way. All right, enough about that. We'll get back to that later. Let's take a look at some winners and losers over the weekend. All right, first of all, we have Midas Whale 30. This guy killed it. I'm assuming you're a guy. Sorry, I'm just gonna. That's the way it works on Reddit, right? You just assume everyone is a white male. Everyone assumes I'm a white male. Well, close enough. But here we go. Midas Whale 30, moving along. Not much in the account, and he is going to rise. Forgot he did this a little slowly. Let's fast forward that, because you can see at the end of the day here, In July, he was at about 500,000. People were telling him to cash out. And what did he do? He was like, nope, I am moving further up. And he ends at $1.2 million. Well done, my man, Midas Whale 30, or woman, sorry. All right, next we have a modest gain. It's not much but honest work. Disisintendero 93. Funny name, these names, it's like reading foreign country names. But anyway, turned what, about $10,000 into 36. And hey, I'm gonna pause this here. Check this out. What I love about this, you see back here, back at that first peak there, you know when that is? That's over a year ago. And then this account was pretty static for about a year, and then he turned up the heat. And let's see where we're going here. Bam, all the way to $36,222. Well done. I'm not even gonna say your name again. All right, moving on. We have just a picture, up 27,000 in the past month to $36,098. Well done. All right, and here's, you know what, I really like this one because you can already see on the chart there. Who do we have? You Hot Boy Q died investing in Apple, as many of us did, but got saved by Tesla. So starting out about 22,000, moving along. Well, all right, that's when you started investing there, October. And Apple, yeah, it's been a rough last three months or so with Apple, and still going down all the way to, I believe, about $4,400. And then Tesla. Thank you, Tesla, for joining the S&P 500 and for the wave since then. So well done, Hot Boy Q. Next we have State Line Rush 12. State Line Rush 12 turned a very little bit into $153,593. No idea what he's doing, and that's the case for all of us. Well done, my man or woman. All right, lastly, we have a big one here. Man, 70, 80,000 down, but lost at first, and then riding up to, what is it, 1.8 million, I believe. Who is this? What's the name on here? AECOLU. So still riding. 1 million, 1.8. Okay. And if that chart looked familiar, yeah, it's because of NIO. NIO, if you don't know, went from about $3 earlier this year to 50 plus, and as far as I'm concerned, it's still got more room to grow. So that is it for the gains. Well done. Keep up the good work. Not a whole lot of losses to report from last week, but I have a feeling that there will be some this week, especially after today. So post those losses and those gains. All right. Now it is time for meme stocks. Meme stocks. Yikes. All right. First, we have our favorite PLTR Palantir. All right. Listen, guys. I know you're down. All right. It's at 26.95. 26.97, 98, down 71 cents. But you know what? I think today was a good day. We've had lots of green days in the stock market, lots of flat days, and I'll take flat days and green days as days when PLTR will grow. But when the Dow is down over 300 points and the S&P and NASDAQ are down, you can expect even the meme stocks to go down. But look, it didn't crash. It almost crashed. It went down to $24 when the weak hands left, people who hate their money, but now it's back up. And that's right. If you sold, you hate your money because this thing is going to rise, okay? And it may not be tomorrow, it may not be this week, but I'm sticking with my $50 by the end of the year call. I think it's going to get to that point. And I put my money where my mouth is. I have a $44 call expiring on December 31st. Why? Because it's going to be $50. I'll take some earnings from that. Okay, and I bought a call today. I bought another call because Citron, they're just fluff. And I believe in the fundamentals of this company. So now's a good time to get back in my opinion. Maybe tomorrow will be a good time, or maybe you'll have missed the boat, okay? So next we have GameStop. Man, GameStop, all right, I dragged this out to a 6-month chart. Let's go back to the daily. GameStop, all right, I mean, it opened pretty high. It's up $1.37, and it took a little bit of a dip today, but GameStop has been rising now. Honestly, I don't think now is a great time to get in. And I'm not going to say to short it, but all right, let's go back to that 6 month. Here's what we're seeing. It's like, there's back since September, it rises and then it falls, and it rises and then it falls. It rises and falls, and here we are, and it's in another rise. And I'm happy to be holding calls. I've been holding these calls for quite a while now, but this is not a time when I'm doubling down. All right, hold on to it, and maybe this is the peak. I wouldn't be surprised if we are at peak GameStop. I mean, we are talking about a little bit of an antiquated business model, and what recently happened, popular video game system came out. I might be exiting my positions here, but who knows? I know there are stronger hands than mine, and if that's you, props to you. Okay. All right. Next we have Nikola NKLA. Today was a good day. No one in WSB is gonna buy a call for Nikola, right? And I know some of you, for sure you will, but we've been talking about NKLA as a short position for quite a while now. I would say now's a good time to take your winnings if you shorted this stock, and just let it be, okay? I mean, we've been talking about this for so long. I bought a put. When did I buy one? I bought a put a while ago, and I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit. So we see, it went up to $90. That would have been a great time to short it. But ever since then, it's just been kind of hovering in this, from September until now. It even went up pretty high. And so if you bought a short earlier this month, then awesome. But look, I mean, I bought a short around $29. It went down below $20, and I got out. And I'm fine with that, okay? If you're expecting it to go to zero, I don't think that you're going to be a winner here, all right? You have your winnings. Maybe now's the time to get out, but I am not a professional. Do your thing, all right? And if I'm wrong, props to you. All right, next we have NIO. Let's shorten this down to the day. All right, down $2.40. I have leaps. I am not worried. I am going to cash out when this thing earns me $25,000 per call. Or, if it doesn't earn me $24,000 per call. I am so ridiculously long NIO. I'm talking about 20 years long, but I can't buy options for 20 years now, can I? So down about $2.40 today. All of the Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers are down, and we're at a point of decision here. Are we at the top, or are we just taking a breather on our way up? My opinion, if I'm long on this for 20 plus years, is that we're just taking a breather. But who knows? Who knows what happens after this? I could see the price going down. I mean, we have seen a meteoric rise over the last several months. But even if it does, I'm in this for the long haul. And I think buy the dips, okay? If it does go down, even if it doesn't, if it just hovers here, the longer it hovers, the better, as far as I'm concerned, because it's just going to be consolidating. And after consolidation, I expect the price will go up, okay? So next we have Acb Aurora Cannabis. Acb is making a run here, and I'm not going to ever invest in this. Personally, I'm just not going to invest in a cannabis company, but more power to you. I know the medical benefits and all that. Yeah. We can talk about that some other time. Acb has had a wild ride, and I was already on the month chart. Let's go back over there when we can. So Biden was confirmed by the media, by the press, as the president-elect. The price shot up, and that was a Friday. It was a Friday the day before he got confirmed as president-elect. Shot up, and then that Monday, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you got into it thinking you were going to ride this rocket, and then bam, it crashed. And then it stuck around $7 for a long time, and it seems to me like now is a good time to get in. I could see it getting way beyond this $12.50 point. Now, personally, I said I'm staying out, but more power to you if this is something that you want to invest in. I think now these charts are looking bullish, for sure, by all indicators. So proceed with caution. All right, next we have Pershing Square Tantite Holding. Now, I have this extended to a month because I would say, there's a lot of people talking about this stock on Wall Street Bets, and, I think that there's a lot of good energy behind it. Now, I personally bought in a little too early. I bought in around November 9th, which you can see was a bit of a high point, and I just held on to that for a long time and saw the price of my option just fall. And then what did I do? I looked at the fundamentals. I stayed strong. I extended my call. My option was expiring on the 20th. I sold that and bought into a further out option that expires in July. And now I'm reaping the benefits of that. I think that this is the very beginning of a wave. So pay attention to PSTH. You've seen it mentioned plenty on Wall Street Bets. I think we're in a good position here. Now, lastly, I know this isn't necessarily a meme stock, but guys, all right, let me refresh this page. I think now is the time to get into Apple. Because what's Apple been doing? Look at this, 6 months. It's just been hovering. It's been, it got as low as $103, got as high as $125, and it's flat. And Apple just, if you're going to expect Apple to remain flat, you've got another thing coming. I mean, come on. So really, if I could draw lines here, you would see that there's a triangle, and the stock price has to do something. I fully expect for us to reach an all-time high within the next 2 months of Apple, and I expect it to go further along beyond there. And why? Well, one thing, nobody's talking about Apple. All right? It's been hovering here, and nobody's talking about it because, as we saw with one of our previous winners, people have been losing money on the calls. I think it'll dip a little bit and then buy the dip, because now is a great time. Sometime around next 2 weeks, this is a good time to get into Apple. Okay? Remember that for the future, because I'm not wrong about that. I'm so certain about this. Get into Apple. All right, what do we have next? We have some rockets. What do I want to do with these rockets? Well, I just kind of want it to be some background visuals while I give Citron a piece of my mind. All right, Citron. Oh, Citron. You have chosen to fight with the wrong people, because not only are we a bunch of autists, but we want to put our autism to work. We want to weaponize that. You've shorted PLTR. You've made your few bucks. And please, you know what? I hope you hold on to it until the price hits $20, until you think that price is going to hit $20. But where are you going to be? And what are you going to do when PLTR hits $100 by the end of the month? And what are you going to do when PLTR hits $1,000 by the end of January? And what are you going to do when it hits $10,000 by the end of February? And what are you going to do when all of us at Wall Street Bets literally become trillionaires and ride this rocket to the moon? And you know what? There's moon people up there. I know it. The Illuminati's trying to hide that from us. There's moon people up there waiting to become friends with us and to share with us their technology. And what are you going to do when we find out how to make Pokemon a real thing and we send our Pokeballs down to your headquarters and they attack you? You're going to call the police? You're going to call the FBI? Well, guess what? We're on the moon, baby. You don't have any jurisdiction up there. We're going to be in our autonomous zone with our super fast gigabit internet, or whatever a bit above giga is. And we're going to be laughing from the moon. You green tooth vegans. You disgust me. Here's another question. Okay, I put some steaks on the grill and my mouth waters. Does the same thing happen when you mow your lawn? When you have your tofu and avocado hot dogs, do you bite into it horizontally like this? That's disgusting. You make me want to puke. We've had enough of you, Citron. Okay, it is on like Donkey Kong. And you better get out of PLTR, because we are buying. And we are taking this thing, like in the video, to the moon. And ain't nothing going to stop us. You can't stop us. So the Stonk report. Thank you for enduring that. The Stonk report. We have daily videos coming out every day at 4 p.m. around closing time. So if you like this content, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 1,000, all right? Could really use your support. All right, have a good week. Stay safe with your money, and invest well. Peace.